Hello and welcome back to MLB The Show 19 and the Jason Parham Road to the Show. I'm Tyrant Saber. Last time out, Jason pitched up against his old team, the Arizona Diamondbacks, at home, pitching for 6 innings, allowed 2 runs, 1 earned on 7 hits and a strikeout. If it hadn't been for that Victor Gutierrez very lackadaisical fielding play, he probably would have got out of it with only the 1 run earned, but as it is, he got a no decision, and the Diamondbacks left with a loss. We got out of it with a win, so it's a good day to be a Philly right now. We're doing all right for ourselves, 14-2. We're 2 games back in the division, so not too bad by any stretch of the imagination, but we got to keep going, so let's go. Get a training day, a bullpen day. Let's see what we got. Can work on hits per 9, I guess. Increase our caps on our 2-seamer. Not too worried about that. Those other caps are looking fine. Durability cap, not worried about it. Guess we'll keep working on the clubhouse and Maikel Franco, make friends with him. This has been a great stretch, but let's take it day by day. Needs of the many before the needs of the few, indeed. So we're friends with Maikel Franco. We're getting close to that tier 2 captain perk. Not sure it's going to be anything that we're going to want over what we already have, but it'll be one step further. And do we have something else? No. Get another clubhouse day out here. We can work on David Ozuna, I guess, second baseman. Not feeling good about his recent performance at the plate. Keep a cool head and you'll find your footing. It's always good to have someone around who can keep a cool head in times of stress. Yes, indeed. So that should bring us out here against the Miami Marlins in Marlins Park. Now, Jason has faced the Marlins a grand total of 14 times in 11 starts. He has a 6-2 record against them, a 2.88 ERA, and a 2.24 WOBA. So good numbers against these guys. I'd like to see him a little better, but I can't be too picky. Jason has been doing all right for himself, all things considered, especially considering the Philadelphia team has had kind of a lackluster bullpen and maybe some not stellar offense. But regardless, this is the girl we brought to the dance, or the girl that brung us, so we better dance. So let's get out here and get it.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the great state of Florida and Marlins Park in Miami. Game 1 here in the month of May between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Miami Marlins. Who's going to win the battle between these two? We'll see next. Angelo Castro, the right-hander out of Puerto Rico, will be the starter. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been pretty good his last 3 starts. A whip under 1.20, so he minimizes the amount of base runners. He's a tough customer. It'll be fun to watch him to see if he's on point.
Striding into the box, Malik Smith. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
All right, well, Phillies can't make much happen in the top of the first, so now Jason comes out again in the bottom against Malik Smith to start the Marlins chance at the bat. Let's go.
First pitch on its way.
Change up pretty much right down the middle, and that'll be strike 1.
These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, have got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, they're coming off a
See
short
Cutter called to the outside corner.
5-1 stretch in their last 6 games, playing confident baseball right now. Look for them to be on the
Lays down a bunt, but that one's going to roll foul.
And he will smartly
That'll be
swing
strike
that
2.
ball away in foul territory, so we likely won't see the bunt again now with 2 strikes.
Calls for a changeup down and away. We'll give it a try.
Line drive to
Sprays
left.
that one off, and there goes that no-hitter, as they say in San Diego.
And immediately the Phillies
Little
down the
single,
field.
line out to
Runners
single,
standing
or
at
liner
first
to
base.
single. I don't know what the hell I'm saying right now. Little liner to left field, and that'll be the first hit of the game for the Marlins, and that'll be a runner on first with nobody out. Bring up Carlos Morales.
The second baseman,
Standing in now.
Got a runner.
Morales in there. Now the throw.
And we got him. Nice tag out on the steal. Jason threw a fastball up and in for a strike, and Francisco Mejia turned that into a nice pop time strike to the second baseman for the out. Way to go. So Morales now has nobody on and one out. Sprays that down the right field line, but that is going to be foul. Give him another one inside. Sprays it off. Stays alive at 0-2. They want the same call, same spot. We'll give it to him, I suppose. Okay, gave it to you. Now what?
Well, I think that's a great
curveball to the outside corner.
Hands, it wasn't a strike, but if he can command the movement in there.
Okay, I guess we'll give it a try.
Very effective in this one.
And this is lifted
off the end of the bat. That's a fly ball to right field. And that'll be the second out of the inning.
For the second out. Time now for a glance at the Marlins lineup card in this one. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, guys, I'm really hoping to see a turnaround from that number 3 hitter. It's been a topic of conversation around this club about how bad he's been struggling. Nobody seems to have the answer, but the answers are only going to come from him, and I think his confidence is pretty zapped right now. He just has to get out there, square up a couple of balls, and maybe that confidence will come back.
Shortstop. Here's Corey Seager looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Fastball up and in to Corey Seager. Gets taken for ball one.
Are the umpires working this one? Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish tonight. Fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He will give a little bit on the corners. Both.
That's a ground out. Sharp, hard grounder over to first, and that'll end the inning. So they get on with that base hit to left field, but immediately caught stealing, and then 2 outs to end the inning. Want us to do something strong out here? Well, it's still 0-0 going into the bottom of the second, so end the inning with no runs and 1 strikeout.
First offering.
We'll give it a try. Strike up and in, 97 on the gun with that fastball. My goodness, Jason. Eating your Wheaties today. Line shot, center field. But that is going to be the second out of the inning for Eric Otska out there.
Time to take a look at
and that's 1 away.
And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new
we got Velasquez, Sanchez, Gutierrez, Franco infield. We got Raymond Cortez, Andrew Stevenson, and Jorge Soler outfield. Francisco Mejia behind the dish and on the bump, as usual, Mr. Jason Parham.
The next batter, Jamer Candelario. Couple of hits in 5 trips to the plate for him back on Wednesday. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a fastball on the inside corner, and he takes a look at strike 1.
One of my favorite pitches in the game right there, the old Greg Maddux equalizer. Started at the front hip and bring it back.
Hey, let's go, big fella. Come on, big guy, one time. Here we go.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Chopper foul.
Fouls down, a 2-seamer down and in, and that's strike 2.
The 0-2 home. High fly ball out to straight.
Big fly ball to center field. Stevenson's going back, but he's going to be able to make the catch. That'll be the second out of the inning.
To record the second out.
That'll bring up Tomas Nido.
Trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Swung on and missed a changeup. First pitch, and that'll be strike 1.
Great job by the pitcher right there to pull the string. He knew he had an aggressive hitter at the plate, somebody who was sitting on fastball and ready to do damage.
Fouls down the fastball below the zone, and that'll be strike 2.
Bottom of the second here with no score.
Now try curveball. Swung on and missed. There's that strikeout we were looking for, and that'll end the inning.
1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. We'll move to the third with no score.
Jason coming up here to bat here, top 3. Nobody on, nobody out, so he's leading off.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Fastball below the zone, taken, ball 1.
Hey, let's go right here. Drive it. Let's go, big dog.
See what else you got here. Angelo Castro. That's a nice liner past the third baseman. It's going to be cut off by the left fielder, and that is going to be a nice little single for Jason. Probably could have made that into a double if I'd really tried, but I think we'll be comfortable, plenty comfortable with a leadoff single here with nobody out.
Hey, no out. No out, man.
Now batting, shortstop, Victor Gutierrez.
Called strike, and he's behind 1 and 2.
Called strike here for Victor Gutierrez. 0 for 1 on the day. A 1-2 count here.
Just a bit low.
2-2 count on that low fastball.
Bad call. Hey, wait for yours here.
Here now the 2-2.
Fouls that off to stay alive.
At 2 and 2.
A little chopper at the plate to stay alive, 2-2.
There's a swing
And another foul ball, so he's staying alive here, putting up a good battle at the plate. I've lost track of how many pitches this is.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Neither guy
Another chopper at the plate. If nothing else, Gutierrez is making Castro work pretty hard here.
High in the air and
there's a pop fly back behind second. Center fielder's got it, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
So coming to the plate, Andrew Stevenson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Stevenson.
1 out now.
I'm reminded right now because it's, at the time of recording, it's the late hours of August 30th of 2019. Jason eliminated on that ground out, and that'll be 2 away. Still got a runner on first. Joel Sandoval coming up here from the Marlins. I'm reminded that, you know, I've just come back from the last game of the season for my minor league club. And this being the last day of August, or very nearly the last day of August, we're coming to the end of baseball season. The minor league club locally has had its last regular season game. They'll be doing their postseason stuff. The majors will be having their call-ups, their September call-ups very soon. And then, of course, October is when the postseason begins. And that'll bring up the end of the World Series and the end of the season. So Leonard Ness gets himself a base hit up the middle, and that'll be 1 on with 1 out.
Kept his hands inside the baseball and ripped the base hit up the middle.
Just a humble little grounder up the middle. And that'll bring up Angelo Castro here for the Marlins.
Angelo Castro.
He's going to do a sac bunt if he can. And he can, of course. So he gets really no plate appearance, but that still moves the runner up to second with 2 away now. So Cutter hits the outside corner for strike 1. Change up, and this is the zone, ball one.
Here's the 1-1.
Cutter again, inside corner of the zone for strike two. Fastball to the outside corner of the plate. It's a fly ball to right field, and that'll end the inning. Jorge Soler brings it in out there, and that is going to do it for the third, bringing up the Phillies to hit again. Top four. That'll be Carlos Morales coming up now for the Marlins. Nothing for the Phillies.
This game is rolling right along.
Phillies Marlins actually leading the division now. Mets are a half game behind both. They're both Miami and Philadelphia are both mutually tied in the first place, with New York a half game behind. Ooh, hung that curveball, and that is going to be a base hit. So Carlos Morales on to start the fourth.
Hey, this guy's been slumping at the plate. Saw his average fall below 240 prior to this at bat. That knock had to feel good.
Still not a good place to put curveballs, even if you are as good of a pitcher as Jason is.
Here's Corey Seager.
Fastball down in the zone, taken, strike one. Corey Seager now on the plate. 0 for 1 on the day. Jason still only has the one strikeout through 3.
Now the middle of the order gets their shot at the plate.
Swung and missed. Fastball up in the zone.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay.
I think we're going to try for a ground out here. Curveball to the outside corner. I think I like that. That's grounded over to third, to second, to first. Double play. Very nice.
Now in the box.
And that, of course, brings up Brian Jimenez.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit.
That is going to be a liner out to right. Jorge Soler brings it in out there. He's doing pretty good. Got a hot glove out there in right field, and that'll end the inning.
No errors and no one left.
So Philly's coming back up to bat. Still losing in the hits race against the Marlins, but Jason's made his mark on that one, and hopefully he can continue to do so. 2 out here, nobody on for the Phils. Change up to the outside corner, taken for ball one. That's just a chopper over to third base, and that'll be an easy third out to the inning. Bring up Jamer Candelario for the Miami Marlins. Still nothing for the Phils. Quick moving game today. Jason only 32 pitches through 4 innings.
Fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0.
I mean, if we can keep it scoreless, we're looking at another Maddox in the making, but first things first, let's worry about this inning.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch.
Chops the fastball down and away, outside the zone for the second strike.
Now here's the pitch. And
chops away, the fastball away for another 1-2 pitch. Let's go inside with a cutter now. See if he can make anything happen with this guy. Coming in at belt level, nothing happening. It's a 2-2 pitch, or 2-2 count. Now a fastball up and away. A little too low, but that's just going to be a fly ball out to left. Brought in out there by Cortez, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Jason looking pretty sound through the first couple innings. Yeah, we could probably use some, I don't know, we might be able to use some prospects later in the year, but for now, let's worry about the guys we got on our roster.
strikes in his first at bat. Here's the first pitch to
Tomas Nido up. Change up right in the heart of the zone, and that is going to be flattened out to left field for another base hit. So Jason allowing about a base hit per inning so far.
Absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times.
Fastball center of the zone to Joel Sandoval, and that'll be strike one.
The 0-1 on its way.
Another heart of the zone pitch, but Cortez has that one, and then they're going to have to run back to first base on that one for the second out. That was a hard line out, though. Well hit, just not quite where they needed it. And it looks like Cortez might have even overrun that one a little bit, but no harm, no foul.
Up next for the Marlins.
Stepping in now, Leonard Ness. He offers
There's another fly out to left field. Cortez brings it in, and that ends the inning.
Put this one away, and that ends the inning. Marlins leave one. Sixth inning coming up. Still zip, zip.
All right, my mistake. 4 hits through 5 innings. Angelo Castro coming up.
And not easy to do in today's game. High velocity, exploding breaking stuff. He executed that.
That's a soft liner behind second, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Bringing up Alex Smith once again. 43 pitches through 5 1/3. A little bit of a sloppy executed changeup, but it catches the bottom of the zone for strike one.
The difference between 0-1 and 1-0 is so monumental, and this guy has been on top of his game all day, attacking the zone and getting ahead of these hitters.
Uh-oh. He's just going to watch that one go. Hung a curveball, and it's in the upper tank. Miami on top, 1-0 after that home run from Alex Smith, 406 feet to right field. Second decker and gone.
As the Marlins will take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I can remember when leadoff hitters were these little speedy guys who would try to leg out little
just kind of a hanger there, as I call him. Squared it up, didn't miss. Now pull your pants back up, Jason. Let's try it again. Carlos Morales on the plate now.
And that one misses upstairs, 2-0.
Try another one down. There's a strike, 2-1 count.
Strike, 2-1.
Okay, 3-1 count. Not looking too good.
He's had command of his pitches all day, hasn't walked a soul.
So let's try a slider.
3-ball count here. Want to see how aggressive.
That's a soft liner out to short, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Pretty sure that's the first slider Jason has thrown all day.
He comes in 0-2 thus far. First delivery to him on the way.
Change up taken. Strike one.
1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error so far for the Marlins.
Now curveball to the outside corner. Taken strike 2.
No balls and 2 strikes.
2 great pitches down in the zone. Interested to see where he goes now. Does he
all right, let's give him a cutter up and in. Fouls it back into the stands. Gets another 0-2 pitch for himself.
The next 0-2 is a
changeup, 1-2 changeup to the outside corner, misses. Ball 1.
To the guy at the plate right now. That's a great take in this situation. Maybe bought himself.
How about a curveball? Swung on one below the zone, and that'll be another 1-2 pitch.
2 out, nobody on. And he'll try to hold
He goes
up in
reaching
time,
for it.
but
That'll
to
be
no
the second
avail as he
strikeout of the
went
day for
around,
Jason,
and the inning is
and that'll
over.
end the inning.
So they pick up a run on the solo home run as that'll give them the lead. We're through 6 full. It's the Marlins 1 and the Phillies nothing. Ready for another shot now. Ryan Jimenez.
Okay, going into the bottom of the 7th. Still nothing from the Phils here. Castro has held him scoreless.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just the single.
Brian Jimenez coming up, takes a fastball or a changeup right down the pipe, and that'll be strike one.
Has been really impressive.
Hard hit ball to second.
That one is right at the second baseman, who jumps to make the catch. That's the first out of the inning.
To be a second baseman and have some athletic ability. And how about this right here? He goes
Adrian Sanchez makes a nice diving catch to make that play. First out of the inning. Bring up Jamer Candelario.
Now batting. The third
Standing in
baseman.
now. Jaimer
First pitch fastball away, taken on the corner at 98
for strike one.
for
No hits
strike
to
one.
this
Jason got that post pounder working.
Checks his swing, but this will be
Pulls the
strike
sword
two
on that
called.
one, and that is strike two called.
really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking.
Let's
the
give him a
strike
cutter
zone,
up and in
when
now.
He comes off the mound at the end of the inning. Looks like he stepped.
That's just a bloop to center field.
Stevenson has a beat
Stevenson's
on it.
got it, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Bringing up Tomas Nido once again.
Digging in to try it
1 for
again.
2 on the day.
He singled his last time up.
Also, only 1 of 2 strikeouts on the day for Jason.
Skied in the air to straightaway
That's kind of a
Cortez
lazy
on the
fly
move.
ball out to left field.
He's
Cortez
there,
has
makes
it to
the
end
play,
the
and
inning.
that'll retire the side.
And depending on who they got coming up, might well be Jason's day right here. Pitched for 7, allowed 1 run on a Malix Smith home run, but if your guys can't score 1 run in 7 innings, I mean, you kind of get what you have coming to you. Otska pinch hitting for Jason. Hopefully he can make something happen here. But otherwise, we're not looking too good on this one, so we'll just have to see how it turns out. Survey says.
Yeah, in this game, you always try to find a way to be hopeful. They win the first game of a new month and are now looking.
Well, one bad pitch decided the ball game, and sometimes that's how it goes. Jason pitches for 7 innings, allows 1 run on 5 hits, collecting only 2 strikeouts, and is attributed the loss. He goes to 3-2 on the year, and he goes to 103-47 in his career. His ERA is at 1.37, his FIP is at 2.06, and his xFIP is at 3.11. So that's going to do it for me. Until next time, I'm Tyrant Saber, and I will see you at the ballpark.
Make your way over to theshownation.com.